Om Namo Narayanaya. We are looking at the Kama Sutra today. This video continues the chapter from the previous one. This chapter is looking at the acquisition of Dharma, Artha, and Kama. Objection 2. The Lokayatikas say, religious ordinances should not be observed, for they will bear a future fruit, and at the same time it is doubtful whether they will bear any fruit at all. What foolish person will give away that which is in his own hands into the hands of another? Moreover, it is better to have a pigeon today than a peacock tomorrow, and a copper coin which we have the certainty of attaining is better than a gold coin, the possession of which is doubtful. Answer. It is not so. First, Holy Writ, which ordains the practice of Dharma, does not admit of a doubt. Second, sacrifices such as those made for the destruction of enemies or for the fall of rain are seen to bear fruit. Third, the sun, moon, stars, planets, and other heavenly bodies appear to work intentionally for the good of the world. Fourth, the existence of this world is affected by the observance of the rules respecting the 4 classes of men and their 4 stages of life. And finally, fifth, we see that seed is thrown into the ground with the hope of future crops. Vatsyayanana, the writer of this Kama Sutra, is therefore of opinion that the ordinances of religion must be obeyed. Objection 3. Those who believe that destiny is the prime mover of all things say, we should not exert ourselves to acquire wealth, for sometimes it is not acquired, although we strive to get it, while at other times it comes to us of itself without any exertion on our part. Everything is therefore in the power of destiny, who is the Lord of gain and loss, of success and defeat, of pleasure and pain. Thus we see that Bali was raised to the throne of Indra by destiny, and was also put down by the same power, and it is destiny only that call to reinstate him. Answer. It is not right to say so, as the acquisition of every object presupposes, at all events, some exertion on the part of man. The application of proper means may be said to be the cause of gaining all our ends, and this application of proper means being thus necessary, even where a thing is destined to happen, it follows that a person who does nothing will enjoy no happiness. Objection 4. Those who are inclined to think that Artha is the chief object to be obtained argue thus. Pleasures should not be sought for, because they are obstacles to the practice of Dharma and Artha, which are both superior to them and are also disliked by meritorious persons. Pleasures also bring a man into distress and into contact with low persons. They cause him to commit unrighteous deeds and produce impurity in him. They make him, regardless of the future, and encourage carelessness and levity. And lastly, they cause him to be disbelieved by all, received by none, and despised by everybody, including himself. It is notorious, moreover, that many men who have been given themselves up to pleasure alone have been ruined along with their families and relations. Thus King Dandakya of the Byoja dynasty carried off a Brahmin's daughter with evil intent and was eventually ruined and lost his kingdom. Indra, too, having violated the chastity of Ahalya, was made to suffer for it. In a like manner, the mighty Kichaka, who tried to seduce Draupadi and Ravana, who attempted to gain over Sita, were punished for their crimes. These and many others fell by reason of their pleasures. Answer. This objection cannot be sustained, for pleasures, being as necessary for the existence and well-being of the body as food, are constantly equally required. They are, moreover, the results of dharma and artha. Pleasures are therefore to be followed with moderation and caution. No one refrains from cooking food because there are beggars to ask for it, or from sowing seed because there are deer to destroy the corn when it is grown up. Thus a man practicing dharma, artha, and kama enjoys happiness both in this world and in the world to come. The good perform those actions in which there is no fear as to what is to the result from them in the next world, and in which there is no danger to their welfare. Any action which conduces to the practice of dharma, artha, and kama together, or of any two, or even one of them, should be performed, but an action which conduces to the practice of one of them at the expense of the remaining two should not be performed. And thus ends this chapter of the Kama Sutra. I just will make one little comment here. I found it interesting. Objection number 3 says that we shouldn't do anything because destiny is just going to do it for us. We shouldn't strive for things. That was something I fought against all my childhood. I would hear things like, well, you're not smart enough to do that. You don't know enough. Or there's other things to do. Or just let fate handle you. And while I do love a good coincidence, and while I do love a good seemingly fatalistic moment where everything lines up perfectly, I have always believed in exertion. I didn't get that from religion. I got that from a movie. I believe it's Old Yeller. I might be wrong because I saw it when I was really young. But at the end of the movie, this boy, he wants to chop down this tree, and he's chopping, and he's chopping, and he's chopping, and he's chopping. It's a big tree. And he gets halfway through this tree, and he's been chopping all day with his axe, and the tree is not moving. And he's done. He can't chop it. He has no strength left. The day is ending. And he just says to God, please chop down this tree. I have stood all day and I have done this. I've met you halfway there. Will you meet me the other half? And then the wind comes up out of nowhere and it just topples that tree. And that changed my life. And I was young and going through lots of different ideas, and I thought, oh, well, God will meet you halfway. So start chopping, start working to acquire things, and then God will fill in the gaps. And it may not end the way you want. Maybe he doesn't blow down the tree. Maybe he just causes all the branches to fall off. But you'll never know if you just stand there not doing anything, not chopping that tree, just waiting. So that's a thing that actually comes to me. People who just, they don't walk their talk. I always push them to walk their talk. I really respect that in somebody. Anyways, that's my experience. That connected with me. Thank you for sitting with me on this video as we went through the Kama Sutra. And please watch for the next video and continuing along. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.